Hello, source energy beings. Doesn't it feel good to be recognized as the unique, beautiful, creative expression of source that you are? We hope you recognize it in yourself when you receive this greeting and just feel that beautiful connection to all that is, to the magnificence that you are. Thank you for spending these moments with us. Today, we're going to speak about the second prayer. Now, what's so special about a prayer that you have to pray twice? Well, you don't actually pray this one twice, but it's the prayer you pray after other prayers. And it's very, very powerful. Let us explain. You see, you are powerful creator beings. It's not just that you have source in you. It's not just that you're an aspect of the creator. You are a being designed to create, to extend the beauty and the virtue of God into your endeavors and into the world as you make it. And this means manifesting. Now, many people are kind of stuck saying, oh, no, I don't really manifest. Well, yes, you do. By default, everything around you happening is your manifestation. And when you claim your power, you will see that and appreciate it. And that's kind of scary. A lot of people don't want to claim their power because that means, oh my God, I have to take responsibility for creating these negative things. And yes, you must if you choose to become a master of creation and indeed manifest what you desire instead of having your unconscious thoughts and patterns and unexpressed fears manifesting for you. As you know, we say this every message practically clear, 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 clear. And that's what will happen. Excuse me. That is what you need to do if you want to get past your blockages and become a powerful manifester. And the second prayer is the tool you can use to do that. You see, the first prayer is your manifestation prayer. However you express it, dear God, please, or just, what the channel Peter was taught and has used successfully is see it as if it's already done. And then enjoy it. Send gratitude as your prayer, sending a prayer of thanks instead of a prayer of begging or request. And see it and feel it with all your senses, all your five senses engaged. Smell the leather of that new car, feel the breeze in your hair as you're driving it. That kind of manifestation power. So you just give gratitude that it's already done. See it, feel it, already done. Now, what's the second prayer? The second prayer is when the first prayer doesn't manifest. That's when it's time for you to pray. Dear sweet divine, please show me why it is that I'm not receiving this. You see, you are a blessed child of the universe. You are the divine's focus of love because it's all the divine has is love, and that's all it does is focus, and you're part of it. So you have that. So if you're not getting what you desire, it's not you're being punished or taught a lesson. It's that somehow you've disconnected from your source beingness. And that second prayer is, I'm willing to see how I've disconnected so I can reconnect with you, sweet divine. So the second prayer is, please show me what it is that's preventing me from receiving this beautiful gift that I'd like to manifest. And then, balls in your court. You can start to notice, as your intuition and perception gets better, this comes up, that comes up. Or maybe you'll get a feeling, a tension or a tightness. And if you breathe into it, take the time to feel it, the information will come to you. Oh, it's this past emotion that's stuck, or it's this mental pattern keeping me fixed in this place. That's the power of the second prayer. Of course, you have to act on it. You can't just pray it and say, I prayed the second prayer. Now, where's that manifestation? No, you have to act on it. You have to do the clearing as you start to see what those blockages are. You have to make the changes in your life. It's not enough to know you need to make the changes. You have to actually make them. And the changes aren't like big, wild things. It might be sometimes if there's certain times you find yourself in a place or a relationship that your spirit's really trying to get you out of because you're not happy there. But mostly it's just making the change of saying, oh, I've had this thought pattern. It's been tied to this suppressed emotion. Let me clear the energetic charge of this emotion. And now let me start thinking better thoughts. The channel Peter uses the train analogy all the time. So here it goes. He's wanting to say it and we approve. So you spend your whole life with a certain pattern of rigid thoughts, and imagine that as a freight train that's 100 cars long, and each car is laid with tons and tons of goods, and it's moving at 60 miles an hour, and you pull the clutch. You release the charges, the magnetic charges, the energy of stuck emotion by clearing them. But the train doesn't stop because it has momentum. It keeps going down the track. So when those thoughts of the pattern come back into you, that's when you have to remind yourself, oh, that's just my pattern thought again. We've done many messages on you're not your thoughts. Your consciousness beyond that. People say, oh, I understand that, but I had this thought and it's so powerful. Well, just assert a different one. Because you are the ultimate power, not your thought. Oh, but this doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. And we're not saying don't trust your feelings. No, trust your feelings. But when you're in that transition place where you've pulled the clutch on your train and you're still riding on momentum, of course you have those feelings because that's what your body's been patterned to. It's even addicted to it because the biochemical cascades of the peptides associated with those emotions. You'll want to create it. You'll want to feel it. Even though it's terrible, your body will enjoy feeling it because that's what it's trained to do. And that's how the biochemical peptides work until you start the new pattern, which takes a period of time. Because quite literally, the receptor cells in your brains have to die off and new ones have to be replaced. And that takes a moment if you're totally focused. But if you're not totally focused, it could take days, weeks, but not that long. So when the new thoughts and the new feelings come up, you don't say, oh, I'm feeling this and it just doesn't sit right with me. Don't change the direction of the course you're going on. Notice, oh, yeah, that's my feelings coming back again, trying to put me where I was. I don't have to do that because I've prayed the second prayer and I have seen what it is that can be changed. And I have done the work to change it. And now I'm taking this final step of asserting that I am on this new path. I am not waffling and changing course. And very, very quickly, you'll move into manifestation powers and abilities that will boggle you. You'll have to stop playing the poor me card. I'm poor. I can't afford this. I can't do that. Oh my God, that's a life change for many people. You'll have to stop playing that card because it won't work anymore if you're truthful. That's the power of the second prayer. You take yourself out of victimhood. You're claiming your divine right. And in claiming your divine right, you get your inheritance. Literally, the keys to the kingdom, the treasury, all of it is yours. Now, if you'd like to speed things up even faster, keep a log, keep a journal, and write down everything you pray for. Everything. Even if it's 20 prayers a day, write them down. I prayed for this on this day. So you have a column on the date it happened, what you prayed for, and then put in the date you'd like to see it manifest by. And we always say, well, it's in God timing. Well, of course it's in God timing, but you're a piece of God, so that means you are a part of that timing. Yes. Yes. And sometimes you do get visions and it doesn't manifest for a while because other things need to call into place. And you just, are exercising your ability to bend time and space by seeing into the future. And that's cool. So we're not saying force it, but we are saying by putting a date you expect your prayer to be met by, then you can go back and reread it and go, oh, this didn't happen. Time for the second prayer. And we guarantee you, if you do this, it'll be very quickly that you become a masterful manifester. And you'll just start being happier because, of course, you'll be just getting what you desire, but not just like a kid going to the candy store and getting candy. You'll be walking in going, oh my God, this is my dad's candy store. This is the divine's candy store. And it's not just that the divine gives me candy, which is quite wonderful. but I'm a piece of all this. And you'll see that so very clearly. And that's when the manifestation becomes super, super easy. So the second prayer is the most powerful part of manifesting your desire. And in the process, it's not just about getting your desire, it's about clearing all the things within that have been preventing you from being this lovely, effervescent, bubbly, beautiful, childlike spirit expressed as a human being, this aspect of God. That's the power of the second prayer. So we ask you to take it seriously if you really want to be manifesting. And please remember, there's nothing wrong with getting your desires fulfilled. There's lots of mental patterns and teachings. Oh, be humble. Don't say what you really mean. You might upset somebody's feelings. Oh, you don't really deserve that because somebody's starving somewhere on the planet. You know those things, those guilt things that were laid on us on children. No, 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 no. Everybody's going to come up. And by you stepping up, you become the one who opens the door and brings it to others. So there's no wrong thing to desire. If you desire it, it's an expression of God within you. Right? Now, you may be careful on how you execute it, right? You can't justify terrible behavior, but there's nothing wrong with desiring, because what happens is as you become masterful at manifesting, your desires will become fulfilled quicker and quicker. And then there's nothing left for you except getting closer to source. You see all the big philanthropists, what are they doing? They're helping out because they're satisfied. They've climbed the mountain, made their monies. There's no wrong thing. If you want the boat, go get the boat, go manifest it. And then you'll be fulfilled. And when that fulfillment kicks in, then you're opened up to, oh, wow, stuff just doesn't fulfill me anymore like it used to. What does fulfill me? Oh, my connection to source, which means your connection to everybody else and your ability to help and be kind and share with everyone. Because when you're in that connected place, there's really no other fulfillment. So that's where you're going to end up. So if it takes desire to get you there, by all means, desire. There's many noble paths on the planet where you go through denial, right? The ascetic path. And those are good. Those will get you there. Not as happy along the way, but they'll get you there. And from our point of view, not as quick, because the desires that come up and you come up regularly. And instead of training yourself to beat them down, you actually use them as the opportunity to pray the second prayer. Sweet divine, show me why I'm not receiving what I desire. And very, very quickly, we're talking weeks and months, not even months, month or two. If you stick to it on a regular basis, you will have that connection. You will feel yourself become more one with source. And then keep enjoying, keep sharing it, because that's the only thing that will fulfill you at that point. So here's to your fulfillment. You're blessed. We know it. We see it in you. And we're so happy that you're knowing it and you're seeing it in you. And you're doing what is necessary by one, being brave enough to say, I am going to manifest. Being worthy enough to say, I am worth getting what I desire. And then being tough enough to follow through when you pray that second prayer and do the clearing and change the mental patterning that is shown to you so that you can become the fullness and the beauty of the divine expressed uniquely and preciously as you. So many blessings to you. So many blessings. This is Peter D. Thank you so much for your support. We're all doing our best to help humanity ascend. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel so YouTube will place these messages where more people can see them. And of course, you can always check the links below if you'd like to book a channeled spiritual coaching session or make a donation. Much appreciation.